Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 104. I'm joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Is that my cue?
Yeah, that's your cue.
Oh. Goodbye?
What? Alright. Roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away? It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. And they're always glad you came.
Probation.
Huh?
That brief moment of probation.
That was like 1 week, but like also you no, that was a 1 week thing, and it no, it was a 1 week thing, and then when you were in Spain.
Yeah. Well, I think, didn't we do one?
No, we never, because we didn't have any
We talked. Yeah, that's right. We didn't have a way to record me.
at the time. We never
And
really,
you and Will did a podcast, and apparently did not go so well.
that was the summer I did a bunch of interviews, I think, so. Or maybe not. I don't know. No, yeah, Will and I did one. And then Kyle and I did one.
We need to get him on again.
Kyle?
Yeah.
Why? He doesn't do anything. It's always the same thing. Oh, college sucks. I'm busy. I'm stressed out. All because he doesn't get his work. That's all because he does it to himself. None of it's actually like, just college-inducing stress. It's all self-induced.
And you got to hear about him and his 80-hour work week.
Exactly. No, we don't need that. We don't need
It's
that
a joy.
depression.
A little bundle of joy.
Yeah, like I said, we don't need the depression here in the inner sanctum.
Yeah, we're already depressed enough.
Exactly. Our
Nothing can bring us down further.
Lives. No, we don't want something that brings us down further. We're
already at rock bottom.
No, we can still go further. Anyways, today's podcast, we've got 2 topics. We first have rating foods and stuff.
We have topics?
And then last night. So let's just chicken here. So I've now officially been to 3 different wing places. All right, I've been to Wings and Rings, I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings, and Wingstop. Wingstop is definitely the worst.
Of all the wing places?
Yes. Now it's been a long time since I've been to Wings and Rings, so I can't quite remember. I can't compare it to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's also been a long time since I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings, so I can't compare them that well. I just know they were better. Because these wings...
No, let's think about it.
I'm not talking sauce. I'm talking just like
No.
the texture of the chicken.
Hang on. So, you got me curious, though. What is the difference between a wing, a boneless wing, and a tender?
Nothing.
Are they not...
Theoretically nothing.
Like,
there shouldn't be...
I guess the only difference I could think of is that tenders take the meat, from elsewhere, the thigh or the breast or whatever.
They take it from the tenderloin.
Or was it just the tenderloin?
Yeah, that's why they're called chicken tenders.
So the wing should... So a boneless wing should only have the wing meat.
No. It comes from the breast, which is the big difference.
Then why is it a boneless... Then why is it a wing?
See, now you see why everybody complains when people order boneless wings.
Wait. Is this true?
If I'm not mistaken, boneless chicken wings are made with breast meat. Tenderloins are made... chicken tenders are made with tenderloins. And that's the distinction. And then chicken strips are every part of the chicken.
Boneless chicken wings are made with breast meat. What? They're cut down into wing-sized pieces. I've been lied to and breaded to make them look more like a traditional wing.
Yep.
I've been lied to. Boneless wings are not wings at all.
Nope. That's why I literally, after you ordered your food last night, I looked at the guy and I'm like, I wanted to slap him when I heard him say he ordered boneless.
What?
Because they're just chicken tenders. Except they're from
But
the
they're
breast
also-
meat.
but
They're
they're also-
worse. They're subpar chicken tenders.
They're also like $2 cheaper.
True. But they're also
They're like
subpar.
$2 cheaper. Wait, did the guy give you a look when I said boneless?
No.
Oh, well, see, he doesn't.
They don't care.
Exactly.
Well, also when I brought it up, he was just kind of like dead silent, and I'm like, okay.
What, you said that to him?
Yeah. I was like, I ought to smack him when I heard him when they order boneless. True, people go to Wingstops.
And wait, what
get
did he
actual
say?
wing. He
was
didn't
just
say
saying
anything. He didn't say anything.
See, he did not care.
Apparently.
He had no opinion on the matter. Probably because he probably likes boneless himself.
What a weirdo.
Weirdo.
Oh well. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I've had wings. Wings are good. I just think that it was cheaper. Plus, not only is it cheaper, you get more bang for your buck. Because half of my meat, half of my calories that I want to consume, I can actually consume. You can't consume the bone.
Yeah, but I get better meat. Actually,
you
I
get it for
wonder.
the sauce.
Actually, I wonder if the. You know what? I bet you the bone-in actually have more calories than the boneless.
Why?
Because it's dark meat, and dark chicken meat's much more oily and fatty compared to breast meat. That's why everybody eats breast meat. It's lean. It's good for you. Anyways.
I think probably a large percentage comes down to... See, it's probably difficult to measure, because I think a large percentage comes down to how much of the sauce you're consuming. Because, they put a lot of sauce.
Yeah.
Does sauce have a lot of calories, or is it just herbs?
No. It's got a lot of calories.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Sauce
thinking.
is a ton of calories.
That's what I'm thinking. So you'd have to... It'd be very difficult to measure.
I will say this.
You have to just measure...
So here's the debate, right? So Saturday I was at work, and this is the whole point. They were talking about how much they all like Cane's, my coworkers, and I do not like Cane's. And they're like, "But you've been there like 9 times. How do you not? But you like, why have you been there 9 times?"
You keep going.
And here's what I told them. I'm like, not a single one of those times did I go there consentingly.
Oh, really? You've never gone there?
I've never said, "Hey, let's go to Cane's."
So your rule...
It's always somebody else like, "Let's go to Cane's," and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to argue with them. Because I know people die hard by Cane's, and it's just like, there's no point in arguing with them.
Yeah?
I don't like it. It's not... Everybody's like...
Let me ask you, have you ever tried the sauce?
No, I'm talking about just... But here's what irritates me. People are like, their chicken's so juicy. I'm like, what?
I will not
Their
give you
chicken
that. No.
has never been juicy for me, not once. And I've been there 9 freaking times. Every single damn time I take one bite, and I'm like... freaking dry as hell. And then the fries are mediocre.
I don't think I'll go that far, but...
It,
Their chicken's just alright. But, let me ask you though, have you ever tried the sauce?
no, I don't really want to.
So you've never even given it a try?
No. But here's the thing. And
have you ever used ranch, or do you use ranch on salad? Or do you
Yeah.
just not eat salad? Okay. So
Here's,
it's not that you don't like ranch, you just prefer not to use it.
I just don't... It's not ranch. It's ranch mixed with other stuff. If they just offered ranch, I'd be fine.
I think it's like their specialty ranch, isn't it?
It's mostly ranch,
Exactly.
but it's mixed with other stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the other stuff is because they don't tell you.
Well, let's look it up.
No, you have people assuming what's in it. No one actually knows. It's trade secret.
Well, no, but I'm sure they can...
See, this is people's assumptions of what's in it. People don't actually know.
But what if you have an allergy?
They can, but
They can tell you the ingredients,
they can tell you the ingredients, but you
Exactly.
don't know percentages.
I don't care about percentages.
The percentage is the biggest part.
No, I just want to know the ingredients.
Well, the ingredients don't matter. It matters the percentages of those ingredients.
Yes,
Because it could say, oh, there's mayo, peanuts, whatever, but it could be 90% mayo.
I know, but I just want to know what the ingredients are. So I just want to know.
But nobody, I guess,
Well,
I
no,
don't know.
but they do have to list it by majority. So it is standard to list the largest percentage of the ingredient has to come first.
True.
That is given, and it has to go most to least.
Although, think about KFC. Their seasoning, they don't list anything. They just tell you 11 herbs and spices or whatever it is.
Yeah, but I don't think that... Does that matter? Because I don't know if there's a spice allergy. Is that a thing? I'm sure there is.
Well, it's the same thing here. It's going to be the same spices in the sauce. Only difference about the sauce is it's just going to... It's lit. Every one of these sauces is... The two biggest groups of sauces is literally mayo and ketchup.
Yeah, mayo.
It's all mayo.
There is a lot of mayo.
Every sauce is just a derivative of mayo.
Mm-hmm.
They're all just mixed with mayo, except for maybe like gourmet mustards.
So they're using ketchup. I mean, they're still using what you like.
I don't like to mix my food though.
Let's see.
I don't like mayo.
Do you even use ranch?
Ranch is mostly mayo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's why it's white and creamy. It's mayo. I learned that.
Oh, wait. Actually, I think I took a picture of a ranch bottle, actually.
I mean, I have it in the refrigerator, but...
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have ranch. Who doesn't have ranch in the refrigerator?
I don't, because I just threw it out.
Oh.
I used it all up. Soybean oil, water, vinegar, sugar, egg yolks.
Yep, there you go. It doesn't say mayo, but
Those are the ingredients in mayo.
That's the ingredients for mayo. Well, the vinegar isn't. That's what makes ranch different from regular. All mayo is amalgamation of oil and eggs and milk.
Yeah. Mayonnaise.
Well, anyways, so here's my issue, right? If the only way, and this is what they were arguing with me at work, they're like, if the only way that their restaurant is good is because they have a proprietary sauce, then I don't want to eat there. Because their product should be able to stand alone by itself without the sauce. The sauce should just be a way to enhance the experience. Their chicken, their other products should be able to stand alone. But they don't. Their chicken strips, actually, as far as I'm concerned, nobody's chicken strips actually stand alone. They're all kind of trash.
Because...
The best chicken strips I've ever had are freaking the frozen ones in the refrigerator.
Well, yeah, because those are seasoned. No, So, where I was going with this earlier, I guess now I will say it on the live stream, or on the, online. But, to me, chicken on its own needs to be seasoned. It's just... If you just cook just plain grilled chicken, no seasonings or anything, it is just kind of bland. The whole reason of seasoning foods is to enhance the flavor of the meat and to add other stuff to it to make it worth eating. That's why you add seasoning, is to make the food worth eating. And so...
Although, have you ever had, like, chicken and, like, the parts that have like, caramelized, kind of like you would have on a steak?
Not
Where
sure.
it's almost burnt, but it's just brown on the parts of a chicken that's grilled with no
Yeah.
seasoning.
Oh, yeah, when you bake it.
Or when you bake it, or if you try and grill it.
Yeah, but usually that's from the seasoning, and that makes it good, though.
Oh, no, so, like, when I make the tacos and stuff, and if I have the burnt part, tastes amazing. Because the chicken caramelizes, and oh my god. That's what... And the steak's good with that, too. No seasonings required. It's just good, natural, good flavor right there. Now, granted, it's more carcinogenic that way, but, whatever.
Anyways, where I was going with this is that there are two categories to enhance the flavor of your chicken. You have seasonings and you have sauce. Okay? some people are those are two types of people, right? You can either add seasonings and just have an enhanced chicken that just does not, maybe your fingers get oily or whatever. And then the other experience is just the sauce, which will coat the chicken. And so you're tasting more of the sauce than the chicken. But it's the same deal with the seasonings. Because like I said earlier, the chicken is just kind of bland. You're tasting the seasonings more than the actual meat. And so it shouldn't matter if it's seasonings or sauce. Either way, you should only really use one. If you're going to focus your way of enhancing the flavor of the chicken on seasonings, then you shouldn't really use sauce because sauce is just going to drown out the seasonings. A really good chicken that seasons well should not require a sauce because the sauce will just drown out all the flavors. Likewise, if you're going to focus on the sauce, it's a waste of time to focus on the flavors of the seasonings because the sauce, that your wonderful sauce, will just drown out the flavors of the seasoning.
Which is why it's impossible to compare restaurants based on sauces. I have to compare them on how they prepare their generic chicken strips.
No, because it shouldn't matter how you eat it. If you're going to compare, you should have two categories, right? So you should have a category of seasoned chicken and a category of sauce.
No one has seasoned chicken. Everyone just has chicken strips.
No, if you go to that place, Chicken and Beer, or Kaki's.
They might just say
theirs is seasoned. Have you had it?
They might. I've never been.
It's actually really good.
But they might see. Here's the thing, though, right? Most places don't tell you. They just say it's chicken strips. They don't tell you whether it's seasoned or not. Some places do tell you that it is seasoned, but it might just be seasoned just like Arby's chicken strips are seasoned. Okay, even though it doesn't say they're seasoned.
But when you get it, you know if it's seasoned or if you're going to use the sauce, right? But my point is that the sauce, it should not matter if it comes on the side or if it's on the chicken, because either way, it's just a preference on whether or not you want to get your hands messy while eating it.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Some places will serve you your chicken, and it'll just be dressed with the sauce. Okay, fair enough. But
that's a different type of chicken now.
No, it's the same thing.
I've never whose chicken strips.
Okay, not strips. Those are wings.
But see, now you're comparing. But wings are a completely different category.
Okay, yes, but I'm just saying it should not matter if you drizzle the sauce over the chicken or if you dip it. It's the same thing. Like the seasoning is basically just no one dips their chicken in seasoning. Okay, they cook it with the seasoning, so it should not matter if it's how it's prepared. Either way, you have two categories of it just being seasoned and sauce. Either way, it's still chicken. If you're a sauce person, then you're not going to really have a preference for. Then you're not really going to care for people.
By your logic means we cannot compare any restaurant ever because everybody does it differently. Everything is different. There's no way to compare it, and therefore you can't. And nobody can ever tell me, "Oh, this person's chicken's the best." No, it's impossible to compare. Therefore, there is no best, and every argument to ever review anything and quantify whether something's good or bad is completely out the window. You have to be able to define a standard, and seasonings is the issue. If they don't put seasonings on their chicken, that's fine by me. Whatever. Yeah. Choose to do whatever the hell you want with your damn seasonings. But when I order your chicken strips, I'm going to eat it the same way I do it everywhere else. And if your chicken, let's say it does have seasonings, great. It's a good chicken. Great. Maybe whatever. Maybe their place doesn't put seasonings on it. But there are some places that don't have a specialty sauce that don't season their chicken wings. Their chicken strips. And so those places, they have to figure out a different way to make their chicken taste good.
Well, if you don't season it, if you don't season it and you don't have a sauce, how does it taste good?
You ever been to Sonic?
No.
Their chicken is wings.
Exactly. You said terrible.
So Sonic.
You said it's terrible. Why? Because they don't season. They don't add sauce.
But no. Here's the thing. So Sonic's chicken strips are awful. Who else is there awful? Who's the? But they don't have a specialty sauce. So why the hell
they don't have a sauce and they don't season? That's why it's bad.
But you shouldn't have to. But I don't think any restaurant should have to just rely on their sauce, because
they rely on the sauce because they don't.
They
season.
shouldn't. I don't think any restaurant should.
It's a preference.
Okay, but let's just go on the actual chicken itself, ignoring the seasonings, which I can do, and I can tell you this: they all still suck.
Yeah, because you're not seasoning it.
No. I'm talking the juiciness, the tenderness, the way the breading sits on it, whether it peels off easily or not, whether there's a lot of breading or no breading, how hard the breading is.
The breading is from frying. That's oil. That's still a way of seasoning. That's still a sauce.
I'm not going on taste. I'm going purely on textures. No taste.
Okay.
And let me tell you, and that is why Cane's still fails, because their chicken texture sucks. Only good part about Cane's is that it's lightly fried.
That's your opinion. I disagree.
Is that it's lightly fried. That's the best part about Cane's, is that they have a very light frying.
The sauce is how they prefer you to eat their chicken.
But I don't think that's how you can't compare then.
Why?
If they have to rely on sauce, I can't compare.
That's like saying that you should not have to compare. That's like saying, okay, let's say you have a restaurant that does not use a sauce. Like, actually, there's some places that when they make their steak, they don't have an A1 sauce because they want you to eat their steak with the seasonings that they use to make it, because the sauce will just completely drown out the flavors.
Hold on. Here.
Let me go on. Hang on. So, if you have, I'm sure there's a restaurant, or either way, you can make your chicken, and if you cook it with just enhanced flavors of seasonings, you should not have to take off the seasonings to enjoy their chicken. Likewise, it's the same deal with the sauce. Not adding their sauce is the same way of like trying to strip off the seasonings, because that's how their chicken was meant to be eaten. Their chicken was meant to be enjoyed with the sauce.
Sauce is optional. Seasoning is not. That's the difference.
No,
seasoning. You can't. No, you can't.
No, but you can. I don't think you can ask for them not to give you. Well, you can ask for them not to give you a sauce, but the sauce is free. The sauce comes with the meal.
As is the seasoning is free, but you can't ask for the seasoning to be removed.
Well, because that's how it was sent to them.
And see, that's the ringer. And that's where the difference is. Sauce can be removed in every situation. Seasoning cannot. Therefore,
but then you just have a
seasoning
plain
can be included.
Chicken. And then it'll be awful because it's just plain chicken.
Not always. Plain chicken can be good.
Have you ever had a plain chicken, not seasoned, nothing, no salt, no pepper, nothing, no oils to put any sort of breading, and no sauce? You've had good chicken prepared that way?
I told you, I've made it in my freaking oven. Took one of the bites before I threw it in the taco.
But that was frozen. If you look at frozen chicken, it has natural flavors. Read the package. It actually is pre-seasoned. Why? They actually season it because it prevents the chicken from sticking together when they flash freeze it.
It's my Walmart. Fine.
All frozen chicken is seasoned.
Fine. I'll look at a regular chicken, but I guarantee you it will taste exactly the same and it will still be good.
I challenge you. I don't think you'll like it. Go out and buy, go out and buy a chicken breast.
It's expensive as hell. I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
That's the issue. It costs like $5 to get one chicken breast.
Yes, and I'm telling you, you're going to hate it. If you buy one chicken breast,
I'm not spending $5
and do not season it. Yeah, and I'm telling you, you're not going to like it. You will not like it.
Either way, regardless, you cannot say, Cane's cannot rely on sauce because
that's how their chicken was meant to be eaten.
But sauce can be removed. Seasoning cannot. And that is the issue here. And that is why you have to be, that's why, seasoning's not, if there is seasoning, when there isn't, doesn't matter. Seasoning cannot be removed. Therefore, I have to go base it on that. And here's where it really pisses me off with people. We went to Steak and Shake. And this is their chicken. Their chicken's terrible as well. And everybody's like, "Well, you're supposed to get their burgers." What I'm like, I wanted chicken. What do you want me to do? And then I was like, I wanted to get a milkshake. So I got a plain vanilla milkshake. Because my thinking was, if you can make a good vanilla milkshake, then I would assume the rest of your shakes are good. And everybody's like, that's not how it works. I'm like, what do you mean that's not how it works?
Well, yeah, different flavors. Chocolate is not...
No, listen.
You don't make a chocolate milkshake from a vanilla milkshake.
But no, listen. Here's what they were saying, though. Oh, but you gotta get their specialty. I'm like, I can't get that anywhere else. So, of course it's gonna be good, because it's completely different than anybody else. I need to be able to compare them on the baseline level. The base milkshake. And it sucked. And I was just like, you can't, maybe I need to compare their chocolate to chocolate, their peanut butter to peanut butter, but I cannot compare some special one
I agree on
that they don't have. But no one agreed with me on it. Everybody's like, it doesn't mean that all the milkshakes are bad. I'm like, doesn't matter. If you can't make a good vanilla milkshake, I can't trust you to make other milkshakes just as good.
No, that's where I disagree.
That's where I learned was that McDonald's makes the best damn milkshake. McDonald's vanilla milkshakes and their ice cream, when it works, I learned in that moment was some of the best I had ever had. And that was an experience. Yes, I know you can't just assume an entire restaurant's abilities to make milkshakes based off their vanilla milkshakes. But I think they should be, because the vanilla is going to...
That's where I disagree, yeah, exactly.
But the vanilla...
Because they're spending all their time making one specialty thing that's amazing. They're not going to put all the effort into making a vanilla milkshake, because they don't need to.
It doesn't take much to make a good vanilla milkshake. And
but they don't want to spend that extra effort to make a good milkshake. They could spend on making their other milkshakes even better.
But they still need to use the vanilla ice cream in other things. The vanilla ice cream is the base for everything, for milkshakes. For the most, it's either the chocolate, either some sort of fruity, or the vanilla. The vanilla is the base for all their milkshakes. For most places, actually, I'd say almost every place, it's all just normal whole milk.
Won't they add like vanilla extract or anything to a vanilla milkshake?
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
I know for a fact. I guarantee you, McDonald's doesn't. And it's still better. No, you wouldn't want to just add straight up vanilla extract.
But I'm thinking like...
No, they don't just have like plain ice cream that's just sweetened. That's not a thing. Yeah. They don't do that. Because they know the most popular flavors are chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Not in any specific order. They know those are the three most popular flavors. And so, they're going to need to have a large amount of that. And so, they use all their other milkshakes for every place. It's a derivative of that. It's all just added extra stuff. I'm grading their base.
I agree with trying to grade a base. But back to the chicken, the problem I still have is that...
Then you cannot compare, and I cannot hear anybody ever complain about if I don't like what they like.
Hang on. And that's why it's an opinion. It's all an opinion. But hang on. What I'm still on about is that you have, either way, it's either dry or it's a liquid, okay? Dry is like a seasoning. The liquid is the sauce, okay? I get your idea of trying to compare two very similar products, because that's the best way to compare. Like trying to compare vanilla to vanilla, right? The problem is, I think at the end of the day, it's just going to be a preference thing. Because like when we did that water test, we did not agree on which water was the best, despite it all being water. At the end of the day, if you're trying to... because I think I said this during the water test. It all just tastes like water. It all tastes the same. Yeah, there may be one that's like... I don't know. Maybe it tastes better just because I'm trying so hard to pick a favorite. But, like, if you're just trying to compare...
There were some that just straight up tasted bad, though.
Well, yeah. Tap water.
No. There was a... Which brand that we both agreed was just bad?
Was it Dasani?
No. Dasani got ranked high, remember?
Did it?
Yeah, we ranked it higher than most of the other ones.
Well, I just remember
which is what shocked us. I think it might have been Aquafina or something.
Yeah, I just remember there was one that your roommate liked that we did not really.
Fiji. Fiji was bad.
Was it Fiji?
Yeah. No, the water bottle likes Fiji, but Fiji was just straight up bad. I remember we drank the Fiji. I'm like, this is bad. This is not good.
But like, let's just take just simple plain ranch. If you're gonna add new flavors to it, it's a new product. You're gonna call it something different, right? You know, like when we were at Wingstop, right? They had all these different ways of different sauces. Your idea is to only compare them based on the exact same similar sauce. But you're not really going to see a huge discrepancy because you're using the exact same products. All that it's going to come down to is just how natural and rich those herbs and things that they're using. If they're using the exact same products, I would not expect there to be a huge difference. Any difference is just going to be a preference thing. Because it's almost the exact same product. And so the problem with seasonings is that it's the exact same deal with sauces, right? They're going to use different herbs and different percentages of different varieties of things. It's not going to be the exact same seasonings. And so liking one seasoning over another is a preference.
What about French fries? Because a lot of people...
Hang on. So where I'm going with this is that at the end of the day, if your seasoning is dry or liquid, that should not matter. The problem that you're having is because it's so difficult to find, is because you don't want to use a different liquid. You like the same liquid you use. And it's so hard to find another liquid that's the exact same because obviously they're going to use different percentages and different herbs and different things to make theirs taste better. And it's now different. It's not the exact same thing. So, of course, there's now going to be a discrepancy in the sauce. But it should not matter if it's liquid or dry.
It does matter.
It should not matter.
Because, okay, how about this? What if instead of going around... What if I did it this way? What if, let's say I did like cane sauce. What if I brought cane sauce with me everywhere and I dipped everybody's chicken in the cane sauce?
No, you can't.
No, why not?
You can only...
What if I dip somebody else's chicken in the cane sauce and it's way better than Cane's, which is literally designed to taste good with the cane sauce? Therefore, Cane's chicken is trash if another chicken can beat it out by being dipped in its specialty sauce. By that logic, therefore Cane's chicken is just bad. That they even tried to design it so that it would taste best, but I found another chicken that wasn't designed to be mixed with theirs that tasted better. Therefore, I can root out that their chicken is bad, and I can therefore no longer have to compare with the sauce.
No, because I feel like you can get the exact same result by taking someone else's base chicken and seasoning it.
Not always.
The problem is that the seasoning is cooked. It's how it's prepared.
Right. That's the biggest part I'm trying to figure out is how they prepare the chicken. Because Cane's chicken's dry as hell. Why the hell is it dry? They all get fried. What are they doing different that's making it so dry? That's my issue. Their chicken's dry. You think it looks juicy, you think it's going to be juicy, everybody says it is, and then I take a bite and it's not. I immediately reaching for a drink of water.
That's the thing. It's when you said, okay, if you use it, you're saying their chicken, it's not the chicken that's bad, it's the seasoning and herbs that they use to prepare it, which is a whole different thing.
Cane's chicken's flavor is bad.
You cannot say, you just said that if I take someone else's chicken and use it with cane sauce, Cane's chicken is bad. No, the chicken, you cannot say the chicken is bad. It's the seasonings that they use to enhance that flavor.
I'm not talking seasonings though.
No, hang on. Right? So if you take Cane's chicken and someone else's chicken and you both and you dip both in cane sauce, and you liked the other chicken that did not come from Cane's, that does not mean that the chicken from Cane's is bad. That means that the seasonings that they use to enhance their chicken is
What if I'm not
subpar.
going based off of seasonings, though?
But you just said you cannot remove the seasonings. The seasonings have to be included.
But when I'm saying Cane's chicken is bad, I'm
you
not
can't
saying
say
that
the chicken is bad. You cannot
No. Right now, I do not like Cane's chicken. It does not.
How do you know what their chicken tastes like? You know what the seasonings they use to enhance their chicken.
You gotta let me explain what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, go on.
Cane's chicken does not taste bad. I do when I take a bite, I'm like, oh, this tastes like No, Cane's chicken is not bad. It's dry. That is the issue with Cane's chicken. Everybody says it's juicy. They say it's juicy, but it's not. It is dry.
I've never really had a significant dry experience.
I've been there, I don't even know how many damn times, and every time it's the same experience, and it's just dry. So damn dry. And I'm like, everyone else is like, this is great. I'm like, how? And it's just not. It's not good. It's just dry. But it doesn't taste awful. It tastes fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There are other places that, of course, their seasoning makes it taste better. But their chicken's also just better because it doesn't make me want to reach for my drink right away. Cane's chicken makes me want to reach for my drink constantly, which is filled with freaking ice.
I'm sorry you've had such a bad experience, but I cannot really compare.
Experiences. I've had Cane's chicken more than I've had anybody else's chicken. Which is unfortunate.
I'm sorry you've had such terrible experiences with Cane's. However, I just cannot relate. I'm sorry. I cannot relate. I've never really had a significant dry. I think there maybe has been one, maybe two experiences where it's just like, this isn't that good. It's just, it is. Like you said, it was slightly dry, but it was never just like, I need a drink right now. I've never really had that sort of experience. It was after just eating 6 of them, like a caniac or whatever, and not taking a single sip.
My biggest issue is just that everybody likes Cane's, but I don't see it. I don't see why they like it. I don't understand how they like it. It just doesn't make sense.
It's because you're not using their sauce.
Regardless. No, they just say the chicken is good too. And I'm like, how? In what universe? I don't understand. And I'm like, I tell them to exclude the sauce.
I don't agree.
And then I tell them to exclude the sauce. And then they're like, it's still good. It's still really good chicken. I'm like, what? What?
No.
And they tell me my taste buds are broken. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's not even the taste.
The seasonings they use to enhance their chicken
it's very light. They don't do much.
Is subpar compared to what I have before. Because, like I said, they're focusing on the sauce. Because the sauce is going to drown out the seasonings. Which makes sense. You're going to focus if you're going to have a really good sauce, you're going to focus your efforts on the sauce.
I never said the seasonings were bad. The seasonings are good.
I guess I've never really have found chicken, they're just eating the chicken without the sauce. It's alright. It's nothing really special. The sauce is what brings it all together because that's where the flavor is meant to be enjoyed. It's from the sauce.
I think why I have such a thing against Cane's is that I do prefer their breading style over everybody else's because their breading doesn't peel off. Mm-hmm. Their seasonings are good. I wish there was a bit more on there, but obviously if they're going all on their sauce, that makes sense.
Exactly.
But it's when everybody says, like everybody says it's the best chicken, that is my irritation because it's not.
No, yeah.
It is not.
No.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're getting at. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know how it's good. I don't understand. I'm like, there's potential if they would figure out how to not have it make... It's like, they're just like, oh, were you there at the right time? And I'm like, I've been there when there was a line out the door. That chicken should be as fresh as it can possibly be. And it was subpar. They also... my other issue was, everybody hyped up their lemonade. I've had their lemonade. A can of Minute Maid is better.
I think it's I don't really get their lemonade. I usually just get Dr. Pepper or something.
Well, I
To
get
me,
water.
I have had their lemonade before, and it's almost just too sweet.
See, I didn't get that. It tasted like water. There was nothing to it. I'm like, this isn't... Like,
When I had their lemonade, it was years ago.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. I've never gone back because it's
I
not.
usually just get like Dr. Pepper or something.
Everybody's like, because like somebody was hyping up their lemonade, and they keep it locked behind the counter. You can't just go get it yourself.
Yeah. Well,
so
it's more expensive than soda.
So I'm like, this has to be good, and it's not. It's not. The can of Minute Maid's better.
Yeah, I feel like it's still once again better, best. It's all opinions.
It has more flavor.
Hang on. For all the people out there, at the end of the day, this is just our opinion. You may like it more, and that's your preference. I'm just saying what my preference is. You're saying what your preference is. Obviously, there's going to be disagreements because we don't have the exact same taste buds. No one's going to get the exact same experience out of it because of all the other things and flavors that we have experienced that are going to change your way you perceive a new thing.
Now, how many wing places have you been to?
Wing places? Not many. I don't even know. I don't really go out to eat much.
Neither do I.
And when I do go out to eat, it's usually a place I've already been to.
So have you been to Wingstop before then?
Yeah, that was my second time.
I was there. So I think their wings had been sitting out for a while because they were really dry, or at least mine were.
For me,
tough.
it was too hard to tell because there's so much sauce on it.
I didn't have any sauce. Mine had no sauce.
Well, that was your problem. That's probably why your wings and chicken at Cane's have tasted bad. You're not using a sauce. The sauce.
Well, no, I got sauce. I got their original.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any on it. I took a bite of one of them. I'm like,
well, you said all the sauce was in the corner.
yeah, but even the one in the corner didn't have that much sauce on it.
Oh,
I was just like,
because like you saw mine, I had sauce galore.
Yeah, they gave you so much sauce.
I had
me
sauce
none.
galore. I did not have the experience of it tasting dry because there's so much sauce.
Well, no. Like, it's not a. It's the. See, but that's also you had boneless, so you can't compare yours to mine.
Yeah, that is different. That is true.
Mine was tougher. It came off the bone harder. It was just. I literally was biting into a part and went. I'm like, what did I just bite into? Was that a bite bone? Was it bone? It was. I don't know what it was, but it was just, I'm like, what?
But no, see. I mean, I do like wings. I've had wings before. I've had good wings.
Wingstop was definitely my least favorite wings.
Some frozen ones. You know, when we were kids, those were really good.
Oh, yes.
But my problems with wings, though, it's just like they're small, and so you have to eat a lot of them to get the same calorie count as like a tenderloin or whatever. Because you can eat the whole thing. It's not like half of it is around a bone.
But that's not the whole point. Wings is an experience.
Yeah, I get that, but like you take 2 bites and then it's done. I mean, granted, you know, the boneless, you can stick the whole thing in your mouth and you're done. But there's more calories in that size.
Also, again though, the wing meat's supposed to be better if they did it right. They didn't do this. Wingstop did not do it right.
Well, yeah, it's fatter. It's fattier. Yeah, that would make sense.
Wing meat's better. You didn't even get, like, that's the issue with boneless wings. They don't even give you good meat. They give you breast. There's 3 parts of the freaking chicken. There's the wings and thighs, the tenderloin, and the breasts.
Yeah.
And that's in order of good to least good.
Yeah.
And they give you the breast.
They put all their efforts into the seasonings or the sauce. Because the other one I got, the Atomic, that was seasoned. And this problem with spice is that, at least for me, is that there's too much heat to enjoy the flavor.
Yeah. Well, their original...
But that was a seasoned. That was a seasoned. That was not really a sauce.
Their original didn't add anything to me. My last wing kind of had some heat, but it didn't add any flavor.
Yeah.
It's not like I was getting up like hints of something. No, it was just chicken.
Yeah.
That was wet. That there was something on the outside that made it wet and oily. That was it. I was pretty disappointed. I was like, I guess I need to go something hotter, but their hotness scale I don't think works because their lemon and pepper was ranked lower than their original, and I'm like, I've had lemon and pepper chicken that's had more of a bite to it than this. So I'm genuinely
I am curious what stuff below, because their habanero that I had was not. It was a little spice, but I mean I had no problem. Because like the atomic, I had to take like breaks between each one because it was. I could feel the heat building up. But the mango, that one was really good. There was a lot of flavor to that.
Mango habaneros are very popular.
There was a lot of flavor to that, but there was not as much heat as I was hoping for.
So maybe that's their issue. They just don't have enough heat.
But but that's fine. It was very tasty.
Wings and Rings, I straight up like Wings and Rings is awesome because they straight up just like add heat.
Yeah.
So you can pick like a flavor, and then you can add heat.
Mm.
It's not just like you get heat. It's you pick your heat and then pick your flavor.
Mm.
Which is I thought what they were kind of going for there, but not really.
Well, no, you pick your flavor, and the flavor has an associated heat with it.
Yeah, which I think is probably the issue. Which is why I was like the mild. I'm like, okay, this has 2 flames on it. Okay, and what the atomic had 4. So I'm like, okay, I'm expecting this to have some sort of a kick. No.
And but so we were talking about French fries earlier, or I guess you wanted to talk about French fries. I don't know. I just started thinking about that, because we got French fries.
Yeah, and McDonald's is an outlier.
And the thing is, so I know Hy-Vee does this. And I'm betting a lot of places do this. Restaurants do not make French fries from scratch.
No one does.
They don't. No, they bring it in frozen. It's been frozen, and then they throw it in the fryer, and that's how they cook it. And
right.
then after they're done, and then after they take it out of the fryer, then they put salt on it. Problem with French fries is the moisture content. How dry it is when you eat it, or how salty it is when you eat it. Salt, just how good it there is a point when you reach a point where it's too salty.
Yeah.
I don't like it being super salty. It's obviously going to be a preference thing for the people that originally made it. Because the people that originally made it are sharing what they believe is their best product, which is going to be a preference thing. And I think if you want to make a good French fry, I'm guessing if you went to a quality restaurant, they probably make them from scratch.
No.
You don't think so?
Unless you go high end, because French fries take a long time to make.
But the thing is, but see, I guess, you think about it, restaurants, they carry potatoes that are seasoned. They don't really have a French fry. They don't really fry so. Because I'm just thinking, back to like
Also, I don't think we have any actual restaurants.
Did you ever watch Kitchen Nightmares or any of that?
Yeah, but I've never watched them make any.
Absolutely ripped on people that served him frozen food.
Right.
And I kind of agree. Once you freeze a food, I feel like there's a lot of flavors that you lose because of the moisture content that you lose. You lose the moisture content, and the moisture is going to take some of those
French
flavors
fries
with
are
it.
weird because some recipes actually call for you to freeze them. Some French fry recipes actually call for you to freeze them before you fry them.
But that's probably before you add seasonings. Because if you season it before you freeze it, and then the moisture is going to take some of that seasoning with it.
I don't know what they do, but I know that some call for you to freeze it, rebatter it again, and then fry it.
Does it taste better that way? Maybe that's for shape. I don't know.
I don't know why they have
Maybe
you
that's
freeze
for
it,
shape.
but they have you freeze them.
But I'm just thinking, if you just took
And you fry them frozen.
normal potatoes, cut them,
It's not as
in a
good.
rectangular prism, season them, and bake them or whatever. I'm thinking, frying obviously is going to make everything taste better.
No. I'm talking these. So my grandma made homemade French fries one time.
Yeah.
They're not that good.
Did she fry them, bake
Yep,
them?
fried.
She has a fryer?
She put like an inch of oil in a pan and fried it.
Oh.
It's deep fried, and they're not as good. Maybe I don't remember what she put in there for seasoning, but no, the restaurants make better. If homemade French fries are not what they're cracked up to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Because also then it's inconsistency because every potato is a bit different. I think everybody should just kind of just go to everybody besides like fancy restaurants, but fancy restaurants don't serve potatoes. French fries.
They serve potatoes, but they're not going to serve
French fries.
French fries, yes.
Yeah, that's your issue. You're not going to go anywhere that
Exactly.
makes handmade French fries because it's too time consuming. It's way too.
Because I just feel like it's not a luxurious food. It just has this association with just being a fast food. It's like you don't go to a restaurant for French fries. It just doesn't sound like something they'd carry. They'd carry potatoes.
But going back to comparing people's French fries, McDonald's stands out as they don't have any seasoning. It's just salt and MSG and the oil. But yet they're constantly voted as some of the best fries in the industry, ahead of things that are seasoned, like Wingstop or Popeyes or Five Guys. Actually, Five Guys still votes ahead of them.
I think it matters.
Five Guys is really good.
It matters on the size, because I don't like a small fry. Because
you're not a McDonald's fan.
I like them when they're, because the thing is that they can have more moisture in them. They're just too dry if they're small.
True.
And they're just, the thicker the fry, the more moisture it can contain.
So here's my thing, right? I like my fries like last night, Wingstop. Those fries were those are good fries. My issue with them was, I have a preference to the way I like my fries. I don't mind them when they're kind of floppy and kind of, not pretty much cooked all the way through. They're not crispy. But
yeah, that is true. Crispiness does taste good.
But there's a thing. Though. The way that McDonald's does it, for whatever reason, you can still get a floppy French fry, but it still has some sort of crunch to it. It's weird. They're different. Or at least there's a mixture of these floppies and these crisps. Last night, there was no...
Curious, if you take it out of the fryer, do you, superheat it or something to just, have it, all the juice, all the oil just crisp over?
No, that happened... No. The oil is not the crispiness. That's flour.
Oh, what's the crispiness?
That's flour. That's being... The oil cooks... So the oil...
So they come out already crispy?
Yeah.
So why are some more floppy than others?
Because some cook faster than others. It's a potato. It's not like not like a piece of plastic that's a constant thing.
No. Is floppiness from not being cooked long enough or cooked too long?
Not cook long. If you cook something too long, it turns into a burnt crisp.
So they're not cooking it long enough. That's the difference.
Right. But for whatever reason, McDonald's gets a good mixture of both. I don't know how they do it.
They must just cook it longer.
But they have both floppies and regulars. And it's the perfect balance too. Sometimes they do go too much with the crispies. I like to lean more on the less crispy side, but I still want some crispies. Last night there was none.
Yeah.
They were all floppy, and I was like, good thing there's seasoning on it, because these wouldn't be that good. I'd be like, hey, throw these in the freaking oven for a bit longer or something.
Oh, what I was going to tell you, I made my own spaghetti. What was that?
I think you told me the story.
Friday night? Did I tell you yesterday?
Oh, I guess if this is your latest spaghetti story.
Friday night I made it. Have I told you about Friday night?
No, I thought you were just talking about in general. You've been working on it.
I've been working on it. Yeah. Well, I had some. I don't know. I think they were tomatoes. So I put tomatoes from garden, tomato paste. Made sure to add tomato paste, and then tomato sauce, and then I added oregano, rosemary. I think there was something. I think it was parsley. I'm not sure. Or basil. I'm not sure.
It'd be basil.
Well, no, it's from Mom's garden. I don't remember what she cut.
It wouldn't be parsley.
Well, I don't remember what
it's too late in the season for parsley.
I don't remember what she cut.
It's actually too late in the season for anything, but I don't know. Whatever.
Anyways, it was just a flower she cut off her pot. I don't remember what it's called. But I bought oregano, which is why I know I had oregano, and then I remember she cut rosemary. But then she gave me something else. And I put that along with some garlic. I got a garlic crusher. That actually worked quite well. Because usually I just try to cut it as finely as I could. But I got this garlic crusher, and that actually worked really well.
Let's just use powder.
Well, I wanted to try just, garlic. I figured, maybe real garlic would have more flavor than powder. Because I do have powder.
It's hard to control.
And so I figured I'd try actual garlic, seeing how that would taste. And then, did I add anything else?
No, don't get me wrong. Fresh garlic's really good. It's just hard to control how much you get.
I did not add onions this time. Oh, and then I added a bunch of bell peppers. I added bell peppers and then and a jalapeno. It actually came out really good.
Well, I mean, you had enough stuff in there. I would hope so.
It was the herbs I added. The fragrance and aromas from it smelled so good. And it actually tasted half decent. It tasted all right. I think the thing that really the acidity from the tomatoes was a bit overpowering. I feel like I need some sugars.
No, you need to add milk.
Milk?
Cut the acidity. Mm-hmm.
Really? Because I was watching some chefs and they were saying add sugar or like natural flavors from like an orange, because those natural flavors will tone down the acidity.
Why would you add more acid from an orange?
Well, the sweetness, the sugars from the orange.
I guess. Oh yeah, I guess
you need to tone it down with sugar.
Oh yeah, it's not milk; it is sugar. I guess they might use sweetener. Yeah, that'd make it more of a. That's right. That's what you're
tone down
missing.
Acidity with sugar, and that's what I needed to add.
That's what you're missing.
Yes, and so that's what I'm going to add. Try next
sugar?
time. Well, no, I don't think I'm going to use actual real sugar. I think I'm going to use like an orange or something, just natural flavors. Because I don't want to go out and I don't know. I've yet to go out and buy just like a thing of salt. Because I've also heard adding salt and sugar will make it taste better.
We don't need to
add
salt.
That's the thing. I just don't really want to add a whole bunch of sodium.
My
whole thing with
salt's not sodium. I mean, not sugar's not sodium.
No, I know, but my whole thing with this is trying to cut down sugar and sodium intake. I mean, I don't really eat a whole lot of sugary foods anyways.
I think you'd be fine adding sugar.
But I want to try just natural flavors. And so, I'm seeing how well of a low sodium tomato sauce I can make.
Well, you need to get rid of that tomato paste.
And I've already made the tomato paste. Definitely helped out a lot.
It's got salt in it.
No, I bought no salt tomato paste.
Did you read the back though to see how much sodium is still in it though?
It had like 15 milligrams, which is next to nothing.
How about the sauce?
The sauce was 0.
Oh. Okay.
They have no sodium sauce and tomato paste. And it does have a little, but 15 milligrams is next to nothing.
I suppose.
And so
I think it's just tomatoes. I think tomatoes are just naturally salty.
Well, they also add it as a preservative, so it can last in a can for years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think next if I add sugar, I think I'll have a pretty nice product. Oh, and then the other thing was hamburger. So I made it Friday, and I didn't have any ground beef because my ground beef was still thawing. See, I've defrosted hamburger before, just like with hot water, but I find it comes out much nicer. The ground beef does. If I let it sit in the refrigerator for 24.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
And so I just took it out Thursday night, and so it was not fully defrosted yet. And so I remade it. And so I remade it Saturday, or not remade it. I took leftovers and warmed it up, and then added ground beef, and that made it taste a lot better. Seasoned ground beef and spaghetti sauce. Because it helped tone down the acidity.
Gonna make your own meatballs.
Because it wasn't as tomatoey. Maybe. I mean, if I'm adding, I don't know. I bought meatballs before. I bought some.
I don't buy them. Make them.
Well, I don't know.
Because you buy them, you're gonna get so much salt.
Well, yeah, but there was a brand, I forget what the name was. There were only like 12 in there. Like, it was like $5. I think that's sort of on the pricier side. They were really good. And they were actually larger than like, just like mini ones that you get in like a bag.
I don't want big ones. Hell, even the small ones are
I
too
don't know.
much.
Well, no, you cut it in half, and it's really good.
I think you should make meatballs.
Maybe. I want to get my sauce down. And then once I get my sauce down and feel like I got it to a point that it's really good,
I don't think an orange is sweet enough.
then that's just what they recommended in the video I watched. And then
I know, but I don't think oranges have enough sugar in them to do it.
Well, I think they add the rind in there and everything, and they take the rind out.
There doesn't have any sugar in it.
I don't know. Anyways,
That's why I think their orange thing's full of bologna. I think you still need to add sugar, because I don't think an orange is enough.
Well, then I add 2.
No. I'm saying that they simply do not contain enough sugar to outweigh how acidic they are.
I don't know. I'll find something else. Anyways,
Because fruits...
hang on. Let me try to talk. I want to try to make my own noodles then next. That would be the next step before that. However, I do want to try to make homemade pizza again. I made it one time. Well, it wasn't really a homemade pizza. It was store-bought sauce, pre-made dough, and then pepperoni and cheese. But I feel like once I can get a good pasta sauce, I should try to make a good, marinara to use it on a pizza. And then make my own pizza. Because I love pizza. And the problem with frozen pizza is that has so much sodium. Because I could eat an entire frozen pizza and put on about 4,000 milligrams of sodium.
And calories.
Yeah.
Well, your problem with frozen, your problem you're still going to run into is you're going to discover that all your salt's in your cheese.
Well, yeah, but I can take away a lot of that by making my own sauce.
True, but I think most of it comes from the meat and the cheese. The sauce is
but
actually
if
pretty
I
negligible.
season my own meat, though.
Well, I'm talking like if you were doing like pepperoni and stuff.
Well, yeah, I added pepperoni just because it came for free. It was some deal at Hy-Vee where if you bought a pound of ground beef, you got all the fixins for free. And so I was like, well, I got free pepperoni. Why not grab it off the shelf,
Need to make your own mozzarella cheese.
How?
I don't know. It's a Google question.
I don't have a cow.
You don't need a cow.
Well, don't I need to churn my own butter and everything?
No, you just get cream.
It's what?
Oh my god, you don't need a cow. You could just go to Walmart and buy the crap. You don't need your own cow. Salt's always added later in cheese. It's not from the actual milk.
So how do you make your own? So what is? Because cheese is milk, salt, what is it? Enzymes, and then
Depends on the cheese.
and then something else.
Why can't I oh, it's because I'm... Alright. I don't know how to spell mozzarella. How do you spell mozzarella?
First of all, there's no N. It's like 2 Z's. Mozzarella. I don't know why you had an N.
I don't know.
Well, here they were telling you. Milk, curds, whey.
No. This is the steps. They're selecting the right mix, essential tools for making mozzarella, making curds and whey, draining the curds, spitting the curds, resting the cheese. Blah, blah, blah. I want to see ingredients. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, quick overview how it's going to go.
What you'll need.
Okay, unless you're the kind of person who keeps a pantry stock specialized, you're going to do blah, blah, blah. That might just literally just be salt right there, to be honest. You might not... You probably just have to do less salt.
Well, I don't have a problem with the salt being in the cheese. My problem is there's a lot of salt in the sauce.
The salt...
I can cut down a lot of the salt by making my own sauce.
I still think the majority of the salt in anything, if it's going non... And
no, I'm sure that I can cut down a lot of it, though. I'm sure the majority comes from cheese, but there's also a lot of salt in the sauce.
I always wondered why.
Because salt brings out flavors.
Yeah, but still does. But like,
salt brings out flavors. That's why they add it to steaks and stuff. It brings out flavors.
I never understood that.
I don't know why. I don't know the chemistry behind it, but it does.
I think it's a psychological thing. I don't think it's actually I think it's a evolution thing because we've been putting salt in our food for centuries because that's how we figured out how to preserve it. And so you know, if
but it does
like
have flavor.
Right. I'm saying it's a human thing because you don't see cows going out and adding salt to crap. No,
because they never tried it.
No. I'm saying humans. I think the reason why we feel the need to put so much salt in things and the fact that it brings out flavor is the fact that we've evolved for it to do that for us. I don't think it actually would do that for anybody, for like other species.
But you're adding another ingredient. It's going to have a different flavor.
But everybody says it brings out flavor. It doesn't add flavor, it brings out flavor. And that has to be an evolutionary human thing.
I don't know.
Because otherwise you're adding a salt flavor, which is what I always thought just add a salt flavor. It just tastes like salt. It didn't actually bring out any flavors. I just thought it just tasted like salt then.
Let's type that in.
That's how every time I add salt to something, it just tastes like salt. It doesn't actually taste more like a tomato. Or more like a cucumber. It just tastes like salt with a cucumber underneath it.
At low concentration, it reduces bitterness. Well, that could make sense. Because if you're reducing the bitterness from the food, then you can taste more of the flavors that are within the food.
This is Reddit. I don't trust any of this.
What do you trust?
Not Reddit. .gov.
Alright. Well, I like reading multiple people's opinions.
This isn't an opinion. This is fact.
No. Reddit can still have facts, but
I don't trust any of it.
But look, you have 97 different opinions.
I don't trust any of it.
that's your own fault.
No, it's not.
I'm saying think about it, right? I can read 97 different sources and then pick out the ones that I want to go read more about.
I just read the facts.
But it's easier to... Okay, we can talk about this later.
Yeah, anyways. Salt through ancient times. See, that's where I bet it's coming exactly... Adding salt to food is a specific human trait. The government's gonna back me up. Thank you, Biden. Wet sock. Oh, taste is a technical term? Interesting. God, you gotta love .gov. The information that's stored in here is absolutely spectacular. Sometimes it's trash. Well, we're not gonna have time.
I think it's just. I think part of it. Maybe it's. I think they're using the wrong terminology when they speak. I think it makes stuff taste salty, and that's a preference. But Science ABC. I mean, it's .com, but Science ABC. It suppresses bitterness taste.
Click on it. See if it's a blog, or see what it is. It's a blog. That's the issue with food, anything. Everything's a vlog. Blog. Nothing's actual, other than the USDA. Everything else is blog or something else. It's hard to get factual information.
Why salt is so good. SciShow.